Hey guys, today I've decided to discuss what the next possible Pokemon game will be. Now, since there isn't too many Pokemon news, kind of lurking around, everyone is kind of getting a chance to relax and kind of see what their options are. Now, I made a list of my own, and I'm basically just going to be discussing not every single option, but all the options that I could think of for what the next possible game will be. And at the end of the video, I hope you guys can go down in the comment section below and vote for which one you feel will actually happen. So, let's start with the first one. An option that Pokemon can go with is with a second Pokemon Sun and Moon. A second version. Now, this would be kind of like Pokemon Black and White version 2, where it's the same region, same everything, but it's kind of with a new protagonist and a different timeline, like a little bit in the future. Now, a reason this could happen is in Pokemon Sun and Moon, a Pokemon League is just created. So they are transitioning from the old style to the new style. And what this means for us is that in a new game, maybe you could go through the same thing with a new characters, new friends, some familiar faces like gym leaders. Some of those gym leaders may become Pokemon League Elite Four. And maybe one of the Elite Fours can be now the champion, because I don't see them having a blank, canvas being the Pokemon League champion. Just like, because you are the Pokemon League champion in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, another way they can go about is a third version. Now, what I mean by third version is basically like a Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Emerald. So this would be basically, it's like throughout all the years, it's the same game, but with some extra features, kind of a better version of the game. So there would be Sun and Moon, and then there would be a better version, and maybe Marshadow might have a little more of a role, kind of like how Garantina did in Platinum. What do I think about this? I think it could happen. It could even go on the Switch or 3DS or maybe both. It would definitely disappoint me because I feel like that's just really boring after you've already played Sun and Moon. And I know many fans will get the game, but I personally wouldn't, because it's the same thing with a little bit more. And that's not enough to convince me. Now, after that are some other options that I kind of wrote down. Some of them aren't as possible, and I'll name one right now. An Unova remake. Now, I don't think they're gonna remake it right now, just because it isn't too old for them to come and make a remake, and I don't think it has anything to do with Pokemon Sun and Moon. And usually they kind of hint it, and throughout the game there weren't really any Pokemon Black and White references. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Another option is a Kanto remake. Now, why am I saying this? Because Hao and Lily, I believe, or maybe just Hao, goes to Kanto at the end to go meet his family or his father or something. Or was it Lily? I think both of them do. And this is kind of also following the fact that all the Alolan forms are from Kanto. And that it's really the region mostly referenced in the whole game is Kanto. Now, this is because it is fan service for all the people who've stuck with the game since 20 years ago, but also it could also just hint to the next game. Now, why I don't think this would happen, I believe this might not happen just because they've already released Red and Blue kind of on the 3DS, even though it is a Game Boy version of the game. And I feel like if I was them, I wouldn't milk Kanto too much, just because it is the first game and they could save it for later. And also, people probably had enough content for now, and they want to see other things. Another great option I've seen many YouTubers talk about is the Diamond and Pearl remake, which I totally would love to see. Also because not Platinum, Diamond and Pearl is a lot to do with space. And something that Sun and Moon kind of introduced is a lot of the space things, the different dimensions, like kind of like Garantina was in. So they are linked in that sort of way, and I'm sure the creators can find a way to link the two games and kind of make a remake of Diamond and Pearl, but with a twist of Sun and Moon, kind of, you know, a follow-up to Sun and Moon as well, maybe. It would be truly amazing. I would get that game. I wouldn't know where it'd come on. Would it be on a Switch or on a 3DS? I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, what else could it be? I have a couple other ideas too. I believe it could be a mixture of two regions or more. Now, one reason is they could do a remake of Kalos, but that's highly it highly won't happen just because Kalos is so recent. That's why if they wanted to bring Kalos back, which they could because there's so many unanswered questions, like the Sundial, they could bring it back, but they'd probably link it with Alola, also known as Sun and Moon, or maybe a different region, but it'd probably be linked Kalos and Alola. Now, would this happen? Maybe, maybe not if they want to, you know, trick us. But what I think is that it would totally be awesome and people would love it. Because Kalos was nice, Alola was nice together, it's amazing. Some other options could be Pokemon Z, but I feel like they've explained Zygarde enough, and they've basically shown them a lot in the anime, and I don't think they're gonna go back. But I guess one thing they've really introduced is Ultra Beasts, and a lot of mystery behind that in Marshadow. Now, they could leave it and come back to it in a couple years, or they could follow it up in a remake or a second version of Sun and Moon. Now, the most disappointing thing they could do is actually just make a remastered version of Sun and Moon, which is exactly the same game, but with better graphics and maybe even Pokemon following you, and then put it on the Switch. Now, I would totally scream at a wall or into my pillow if that happens, because that is very lazy, but that is a big possibility. Now, I know Nintendo usually goes for unpredictable things, and that's why I really hope they do that again. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button down below. If it's the first time you've seen my channel, go subscribe. I have a lot of different content that you'd enjoy. And don't forget, comment down below on what you agree with and what you think is most likely to happen. That is it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.